While researching this next story, I ran across this wonderful quote. It came from Mark Lepage, who writes for the Montreal Gazette. He called Arizona's The Meat Puppets, quote, a Led Zeppelin hoedown disguised as a punk rock band. I thought that a good starting point to introduce you to Arizona's The Meat Puppets.
The Meat Puppets is an expensive excursion into depression and alienation.
A waste of time and good money.
Lately, a message tossed about a place in the world.
You explored hardcore, you explored metal, country, folk, and funk, and your music changed drastically from an album to another. And aren't you afraid of losing some of your fans doing this?
I would never worried about that. You know, I don't think that that's the important part of doing art. I don't think that's a very good motivation at all. In fact,
we didn't move either. You know, it's one of the same reasons we never needed to move was because, you know, we weren't. I mean,
that was one of the reasons why we came up with Meat Puppets. It was easy to see that that wasn't our motivation. That we were going to try and find some market, some obvious market, and just keep pulling that same string over and over again and getting our food, you know, that way.
You know, that's why most bands and most people wind up moving to Los Angeles is to go to be where that particular type of business takes place, and we're not that involved with that, you know.
My ideals are no different than they were when I started out. What I want to do is entertain with my imagination and link the spirit to the physical using the imagination. We never tried to sell ourselves because you can look at it as a talent, or you can look at it as a fact that, and I consider it a fact, that there's a big swimming pool of enjoyment that people, no matter how distanced from one another, can appreciate something like Van Gogh, all on the same level, and can come to recognize through the struggle of existence that this is something that they each consider to be of a benefit without cost. We like to make a lot of noise, but we also, you know, we have a lot of different areas that we're able to really aptly cover these days, and that's something that's come with time, and we've always been able to do it, and you know, it's just something that there's never any point that you finally reach. You know, it's just, you know, it's a journey, not a destination, and you know, we're on the path, and at just the point that we're at right now, there are some really big, nasty, you know, beasts that inhabit the area that the path is running through right now, and they come caroming on stage, and you know, and then there are also some lovely little dainties that flitter around.
Snakey's awaking and he wants a little piece of the pie. Come on now, you wanna show me this
The Meat Puppets from Arizona. Mark Lepage said that they were fully baked in the Arizona sun as well.
The fully baked Meat Puppets.
Yes. Isn't that a great name, Meat Puppets?
Whatever you say. Not the name I would have chosen, but that's okay.
Now, you're off, are you not? You're
Yes,
off for a